Hey guys, I just want to show you some of the rocks I've polished. A fellow member in the Maryland Rock Facebook group has been doing this, and many thanks to him because so I've gotten into it too, and so thanks for the tip. And I'll just show you what I've got. I'm using these these pads. It's not an ad or anything, so. But you know, there's like 8 of them. These ones go up from 60 to 7,000. It's a lot of fun. Somebody left a comment that maybe it's better to get this an electric grinder with variable speed, and then you get pads for that, and that might actually be faster and more effective and everything. But whatever. These pads are so I might actually recommend that because it costs the same. These pads are like $80, and the grinder and all that is about the same. But anyway, but it is fun to do this. Do it by hand. It's kind of fun, you know. And I've had these rocks around for years, and finally I can polish them. So I have 3 groups here. I'm going to show you real quick. So I've got pyrite stuff, I've got some jasper, and I've got some agate and chalcedony type things. So I'll do this. The best ones that work, I think, are the pyrite works really well. So it came out like this. This is a nice thick piece of pyrite, and I just did all sides of it, and I just think it really came out really well. And this is what it looked like before the polishing. And so and even on the bottom I just did these little, so all sides have something. What's interesting is when you polish this stuff, like in our area, we find a lot of this pyrite is in this like serpentine, this green serpentine stuff, which the camera refuses to show clearly there. But anyway, it's usually green, but when you polish it, it seems to turns this black color. You know, it just becomes black on that polishing. But hey, whatever. So that one turned out really well. I'm really happy with that one. And pyrite is surprisingly hard, but it's not as hard as the other ones I have here. And then this one, also the same thing, has a nice, this maybe was a cube long ago, but it got broken or whatever, I mean like rough, and so it's nice. I just polished 3 sides on it, kind of keeping the flat surfaces there, and then there's and then the neat thing about this one though is that I found this next to it, and it turned, and so I went ahead and polished different parts of that. I have no idea why sometimes this thing wants to be in focus and sometimes not. So, but the cool thing about this one is they fit together like that. So yeah, it's kind of fun. And I could glue them together, but there's some microcrystals in there I like to do. And then, so that's that. So then the jasper is really hard stuff, you know, that's microcrystalline silicate. So, but it came out okay on this side and on this side. But what I've learned is you have to really make everything flat. With my lowest one happens to be the 60. You have to really grind and grind to make every surface absolutely flat. If you don't make it absolutely flat, see how like there's like a part there that wasn't flat, so that part that didn't get polished. And even if I go in with my corner, I go in with a corner of the pad and just kind of like try to do that with each step, you know, you go all through each stages, and it just doesn't work as that well. So I'm gonna have to, like, you know, so like if I didn't do that one side, but it didn't all work out right. Like this would have been really cool, this side, but there's this big part here that didn't, it's just below the surface. So I'm gonna have to, like, that's a project later on. I'm gonna have to go grind, get that to be flat first. Has to be all flat. That's, at least in my current state of technology, that's what or my current status, I have to do that. This one was something that I had tumbled, but the tumble went bad. I don't know if you guys ever tumbled, but after weeks of tumbling, it came out kind of dull, and I just kind of spruced it up a bit. But I do find the tumble rocks get more smooth. They get smoother and even shinier than even these pads can get it. I mean, the pads are cool, but if the tumbling. But the problem with tumbling, it takes weeks. So I think, you know, they each have their place. And then as far as agate, this is the one that worked out the best. So let's see if I can get the camera to show you. There it is. Yeah, so there you go. You see the banding and everything, and there's the shine on it, and it just goes all the way around and just worked out really well. This one came out really well. And I showed it even to people who are not rock hounds. They think that one looks cool. And only thing is they don't like the bottom and top, but I like that because that shows like that's the way it was naturally. And then just there's this cool inner part. And then okay, so then also I won't go into that so much. This one was found in the Delaware River, so you can see it was rough like this, but so I was able to do this side and to show the actual banding. See if it'll let you see. Yeah, so that's cool. You get to see the banding much better. There's some pitting in this material though, or it's possible that by mistake I missed one stage. I don't know, so I might have to, but that's a project doing the other sides. So that's from the Delaware River. And this one is beautiful. It's more intricate, the lines and everything, but it's just, again, if you don't have it absolutely flat, I just couldn't get in there. I'm gonna have to redo this one because there's a valley. See how there's a valley? And also the matrix is dark, and it doesn't really let the agate come out. But still, by doing this, you can in a jeweler's loop and so forth, and just straightforward, you can see it comes out pretty cool. And the natural part looked like this, which was also kind of cool. Sometimes it's just better just to leave something natural. So this is kind of cool. You can see both sides, the natural and the polished side. This one, you know, like the chalcedony from this area, and just started with this one, just doing along the edges to get the little, what's the word for that? The little squiggles. Just like kind of show you, like just to get the little squiggles to come out. And that's, you know, that I'll work on it more. But that's a longer project. I'd love to get. I might do some of this on the top, but you got to be careful. I don't want to mess up the botryoidal, the bubbles as it were, and it's hard to get in there. I wish I had like a little dental polisher. It was like, zzz, but with these pads, you sort of have to, you know, you're trying to, and it's possible that with the rubbing, I'll mess up one of these bubbles. And then, real quick, then I'll just show you this last one. This is like really high quality agate that I found, and it polishes up very nicely, you know, and you can see the lines and everything in it much better after you polish it. Like you can see there, that's not polished in the very top, so that came out really nicely. Yeah, and yeah, those lines come out really nicely. This is green here, green there. I mean, there's more I could do with this, but the problem with this one though is the same thing. The matrix is not beautiful. It's kind of like, I guess, a granite or something. So it doesn't let the agate really. I wish I could find like a whole thing like this, but that's the thickest sort of vein of it I found in this place. So anyway, that's it. This was a New Jersey pebble. This was probably better tumbled, but I just didn't want to do the weeks of whatever. And so, I don't know if you can see that. There it is. See, the agate. Forget the word for that. The squiggles of the agate. So, I just went ahead and did it this way. Okay, so that's what I have, and yeah, so it's a lot of fun, something to do, another aspect, and I've wanted to get this for years. I mean, all of these for years. I've had these, and I just wanted to get them to be polished. So, okay, keep looking down.